little airplane. It looks like Oogie Boogie from Nightmare Before Christmas. It flies around. And in my head, it was photorealistic, but I feel like hindsight is not 2020. It's something else. Hey, speaking of weird, nostalgia for 20-year-old things, Sony has a new ad campaign for the fall that feels very reminiscent of just the PS2 era, like David Lynch directed commercials that are just weird as hell. The new slogan is "It happens on PS5," and it's these little they're little commercials where basically there's one where these dudes are this lady's driving through the desert and these dudes are hitchhiking and she pulls up alongside them and it zooms out and you see that they crashed a spaceship. They were in the spaceship and it says "It happens on PS5." And what it's weird because it's these like royalty. I think that's just some like generic spaceship. There's another one where a lady wakes up and she's in this car and she's got like a headache. It's like, oh, what was that? And she looks, she opens her door and it reveals that she is in a giant tanker truck that is like impaled on the needle in the Empire State Building, and it's just like, "It happens on PS." And I'm like, what game is this? I don't even know what.
I know. I want to play that.
And there's a third one where basically these like fishermen pull in this like awful like Lovecraftian looking giant fish, and then a dude just like cuts a hole in its stomach and climbs out, and they give him like a rag and he wipes his face off, and it's like, "It happens on PS5." I'm like, yeah, but where? What game is this? Like,
I mean, a good game that should happen on PS5 that has Lovecraftian giant fish is fucking Bloodborne,
right? This is definitely like, it's just weirdo, like, zooted up.
I love these to be clear.
They're fun, but I'm also kind of like, hey man, you guys got some pretty recognizable intellectual property out there. Maybe use some of that, like maybe incorporate some recognizable things so we're like, oh hey, it's that thing we love from the real life. And maybe this is some like deep cut boss from a game I don't remember, but like it just, I don't know, it feels almost like a fake video game ad, if that makes sense.
I'm totally fine with that, because I think that what they're basically saying here is that like these crazy stories happen when you sit down to play video games on your PlayStation. And I don't want to dunk on Xbox too much, but the exact opposite thing is happening with their marketing campaign, which is this wishy-washy, mealy-mouthed, anything can be anything if you imagine it, What do you want? Do you want your phone to, you want to spend $30 a month to stream Call of Duty on your phone? Well, you can do it. Do you have a PC? You can play games on there. Like, yeah, we know we can do those things.
I feel like I had a hard enough time when I was a kid being like, "Mom, I want a PlayStation for Christmas." And she's like, "What is it?" I'm like, "It's like a Nintendo, but it's not." And she's like, "What are you talking about?" Like it's explaining to parents what a video game console was or why I needed one when they were straightforward machines. Okay. Right now, like Xbox is like, this is an Xbox, and like, is it? It's a TV. Oh no, but this is also an Xbox, and it's like, what? That's just a controller. And like, yes, but this could also be an Xbox. And like, I think I appreciate what they're doing, but from like a basically communicating what your product is standpoint, it feels really scattershot in a completely bizarre way. Meanwhile, Sony's in the exact opposite situation where they've got like, they're doing fine selling PS5s. They could just put up like the PS5 logo and just say like "it video game," and like people would be like, "Yeah, I guess I'll buy a PS5 for Christmas." They're just putting these weird like short art films.
I love it. Yeah,
okay, whatever. Yeah.
I think that like one company being like anything is everything, and then the other company being like, there's one thing. You just need one thing, and then you can do it on that thing.
If you want to be inside the fish, you can only do it.
Get a PS5.
PlayStation.
It's like for years it's been like, Game Pass is going to be the Netflix of games. And imagine if Netflix had a marketing campaign that they were like, "This is a Netflix," and it was just a guy holding a phone. You'd be like, "Yeah, I know, you idiot." Like, of course I know that. Like, all right. No, again, I don't want to dunk on them too much, and I think it's important that Sony has a direct competitor in this space in somewhere, right? Because that good things happen. When
competition is good. I want
competition
is good with each other. The fact that Xbox is effectively kind of pulling out of the console space and being like, yeah, we make a storefront that is accessible through many means. And if you'd like a console, that'll cost you extra. And like Sony's going to come out with the PSX and be like, it's $2,000 and it has extra rumbles now.
No, I mean, you nailed it. Like, the one thing that they're truly still competing on right now is who can raise prices the fastest and the most, right? Like, it's one of those things where like Xbox is like, "Oh yeah, we got a pretty good thing going. What should we do? What do you think? $30 a month? $360 a year? Should we do that? And PlayStation's like, we're selling a lot of these PlayStations. What if we raise the price again? It's like, man, you know, stop it. Please stop it.
We've been getting a lot of focus group testing back, and people don't feel like they're stranded in the desert enough when playing PlayStation. There's also a lot of demands that people feel like they've been eaten by a fish. And yeah, we're not testing well with people who are scared of heights. So we need to do something that really hammers home that PlayStation will make you feel all those feelings.
I do like the idea of somebody getting a PS5 and then calling up like Sony and being like, "Hi, so I got the system. Where's the game where I can get my car stuck on the Empire State Building?
I just want a big fish to eat me. Then I want to befriend fishermen who give me a washcloth. What game is it?
It does feel like if they had just kept making Uncharted games forever, eventually Nate would get a truck stuck on top of the Empire State Building, and there'd be like a whole set piece, and it would be amazing. But you'd be like, dude, you stop going up there.
How did you even get up there?
How did you even get up there? I love that.
This reminds me, I have like a grudge against Cool Whip because of this commercial they had in the 90s. Do you remember this one where like there was a cookie that had Cool Whip in it as like a sandwich, and it was like a chocolate chip cookie that had like M&Ms in it, and it would like fly out of the freezer and like had a bunch of sprinkles on it, and it like flew around this kitchen, and I was like, I know the cookie can't fly, but that looks incredible. And then when I think I hadn't had Cool Whip, that I finally had Cool Whip, and I was like, this is underwhelming and it does not come to life.
Bless your heart. I love
the Amazing Fruit CGI bears.
You're the reason.
God damn, Nick Maillet is quick with the Cool Whip. That's
insane. You're the reason they have to put the small text on the bottom of these commercials. I remember this commercial and being like, this looks so good. No, you're the reason they have to be like, the guns don't actually fire. It's just a GI Joe. You can't kill another GI Joe with it.
The Cool Whip just like it's a flying. It's like a UFO. It looks like a crappier Kool-Aid man.
Why do you keep calling it the Cool
Whip? What do you want me to call it? A Cool Whip? It's a Cool Whip, man. It's like a little airplane. It looks like Oogie Boogie from Nightmare Before Christmas. It flies around. And in my head, it was photorealistic. But I feel like hindsight is not 2020. It's something else. Yeah, he's just crapping sparkles and M&Ms all over this kid's cookie sandwich. Anyway, that's how I feel about that. I think that, yeah, maybe it's good that Sony's just blatantly false advertising things you can't do on PS5, but you can only do on PS5.
Sure.
Yeah. I hope we get more games. I hope we get more GTA games, and I hope we get more games where we get eaten by fish. I think this sounds like a good time.
Mm-hmm. Do you think there'll be any cool whips to steal in GTA 6? Sorry.
What game had some cool whips? Bloodborne. Is there a cooler whip than a threaded cane? I think not, my friend.
Take that, Simon Belmont.
You playing anything good, man?
No.
Okay, that's fair. Hey, thanks for watching this clip from Beyond, IGN's weekly PlayStation show. You can find the full episode over on youtube.com/IGN Games. And don't forget, new episodes of Beyond drop every Wednesday on IGN.com, the IGN Games YouTube, and all your favorite podcast platforms. Thanks again for watching, and as always, Beyond.